Hey there storytellers, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an Owlcrate unboxing plus 2 bonus bookish goodies. So without any further ado, let's get right on into everything. To kick things off, I'm going to start with my August book of the month pick. Because I picked it myself and because there's only one, it's not really enough to make a whole unboxing video about it, so I thought I'd throw it in here, and that is The Unraveling of Cassidy Holmes by Alyssa R. Sloan. This story is told in multiple viewpoints from the 4 members of the pop sensation girl group Gloss. They were huge in the 90s, bigger than even Britney Spears. Suddenly, in 2002, they broke up, and the world didn't know why. The book follows the sort of 3 remaining members of Gloss after Cassidy dies by suicide. One of the multiple viewpoints is Cassidy, and I believe it talks about all of their time in Gloss and the moments, not the moments, but the time leading up to Cassidy's death. And her viewpoint is one of them, so you get her side of the story as well, and you learn that the characters all sort of have their own secrets and they each had their own relationship with Cassidy outside of their girl group together. It's definitely a very trigger sensitive novel. It's got a lot of content that I think could be really upsetting for some people if you're not ready. It even comes with an author's note warning people to just proceed with caution into the novel because it doesn't handle easy topics and it can be really upsetting for some people who are already in a very vulnerable mental state, which I really appreciate that it throws that at you right away so that you know if you're not in a good state of mind to be reading something like this, you can pick it up another time or not at all. What drew me to this novel was that it sort of reminded me of Daisy Jones and the Six, another novel about a band that broke up and sort of the story of each of the individual members told from their own points of view in terms of sort of where they started and how they got to where they ended up and where they broke up. It's obviously, like I said, a much darker novel, so I think it'll hit really differently than Daisy Jones and the Six, which does deal with some harder issues, but nothing quite as dark as this. Regardless, it did seem like a good read, so I picked it up. The next item I have is from Owlcrate, and it is something I am very excited about. I have just recently, as I mentioned in other videos, I believe, started my journey in the Shadowhunters universe, and I am really enjoying it. I am currently on Chain of Gold. I started it and have not made any progress in a very long time, but I saw this on LitJoy and I could not pass it up, and that is a book sleeve done in the Abbey Road cover artwork. It is James Herondale and his 3 best friends, and in case you didn't know from my videos, I am a huge fan of the Beatles. I have the Abbey Road cover right there framed, so I recognized this instantly the second I saw it, and once I realized it was Shadowhunters themed as well, I thought it was something I just needed to have, especially because I don't have any Shadowhunters merch yet. But now I do, and I thought starting with a mashup of a band I love and a new story world that I love would be the perfect place to start. So that is it for my bonus bookish goodies. Now let's dive into Owlcrate. So there is your cheeky sneak peek of the top. We've got our spoiler card right here. The theme is written in the stars. That's right. I do have an inkling of what the book might be because I peeked, but I just want to take a second to talk about this artwork. I don't know if she's a princess or not, but I'm gonna hazard a guess that she might be, and she's just looking into the stars. It's great. Really nice colors, cool tones with pink kind of vibe. We can set that aside. I don't need to see what's in the box just yet. Now that I've gotten some of the safety packaging out of the way, here's another sneak peek, and I'm going to kick things off with the pen because it's not really an item that I like to count as one of the included. This pin is designed in collaboration with Band of Weirdos. I don't know exactly what kind of flower it's meant to be, but it's really pretty. I want to hazard a guess that it's a lotus. The pins usually have something to do with the book for that month, so I'm going to guess that that is what this is. Like I said, I think it's some kind of flower. A moonflower, maybe? The center does look like the surface of the moon, doesn't it? If you really get a good look at it. It is pretty, so there's that. I'm going to start with whatever this item is. It could possibly be something that accompanies something else. I'm not sure. Or it could just be wrapped. And it had an opening and I didn't need to rip it. Ooh, this is cute. It is a little silver star pen. I always like pens. I constantly am grabbing them to write notes to myself as I'm working on projects, so pens are good to have. It is a nice sort of metal sturdy pen, your classic ballpoint, but it is a cute item nonetheless. That's that, it's a pen. There's not much to say about it. So we will move on to whatever is in this purple box. It's jingly. And it says, "We are made of star stuff." And I'm not going to read further because it will spoil what is in the box for me, which I do every time, so I'm gonna not this time. We have a jar with a cork in it. Oh, useful. Okay, I like, oh, be careful. So, in case you couldn't tell, it is a jar of little metal push pins for like a bulletin board. I know "We are made of star stuff" is a quote from something, I just don't know what it's from, but I do absolutely love this little star jar. I think that's adorable, very fun touch. I have gotten push pins from Owlcrate before. They came in a little tube. That was cute, but I love this idea of the jar, especially because you can take the push pins out, put them on your bulletin board so they're ready to go when you need them, and use the jar for something else. So it is sort of a multi-function item, and I like that so far it seems to be sort of functionality-based items instead of just your fun sort of collectible knick-knack kind of items. Next we have whatever this is. It was designed by Fern and Ink Co., I believe. And it says hand wash only. Dreamer bandana scarf. So that's kind of cool. And I know this is inspired by Strange the Dreamer. And what does it say? The dream chooses the dreamer. How very true. I love this. I don't know that I would use it as a headband, you know, bandana or scarf, but it is super pretty as a tapestry. It is it's definitely black. I know it looks kind of navy on camera. It's got that quote, and then it's got little moon phases in the corners, and moths and stars. And I know the moth is a pretty big motif in the Strange the Dreamer duology. This is really pretty. I think I might put it on my wall in here instead of using it as a functional piece of clothing, but it's very nice quality. It's very silky, shiny, appealing, but it also fits the theme of this room, which is often very black and white with pops of color in certain areas. And there are, you can't see it, but from a past Owlcrate, I have wooden moon phase sort of string that is painted different colors. And I also have a moon tapestry, which you might have seen in the background of some other videos. So this definitely fits this room theme. Next we have a little mini clipboard, which is something I've never seen done in a box, and I think it's adorable. It says, "You shine brighter than any constellation in the sky." Again, we have moons and constellations and the sort of mystic hands, you know, sort of the Wiccan vibes. I know I follow this artist on Instagram, and I cannot remember what her name is off the top of my head. I'm very sorry. I think it's really pretty. I think it's a really fun idea. I don't know what I'd have use for a mini clipboard for. Possibly, again, you could, because it has just those little the little holes that every clipboard has. I think they have a purpose. I don't know what it's for. But you could theoretically just nail that up into the wall and hang it as is, and then you sort of use it to put reminders to yourself up on the wall. Or I guess you could just leave it on the wall as is, as sort of a different style art piece, not print, because it's a plastic clipboard. It's definitely kind of cool to see them branch into different products that I've never seen done in subscription boxes before. It is the week of the book sleeve for me. This says, "We are all stardust and stories." I'm not sure what the quote is from, but it is perfectly on theme with In the Stars. Written in the stars, sorry. It's this navy galaxy kind of background to the print, very intricate. It's got a sort of key border in the corners. There's swords on each side, sort of flanking that. There's a bunch of crescent moons all over the design, a star in the middle, sort of surrounded by this arch doorway, it looks like. That's just sort of intricately designed with dots and hexagon type shape patterns. It's kind of hard to describe. And then at the top of the archway, there is a bee. Oh, I think this is Starless Sea. Keys and bees, the Starless Sea. Catchphrase. That makes more sense now. It's definitely a doorway to sort of different worlds, because I know that the Starless Sea takes place in a library. There's a ton of bee and key motifs. I know that already because of the book cover. I haven't read the book yet. This is gorgeous. I quite like it. It is similar to the LitJoy crate one that I got, where they're definitely very padded, and they're this beautiful sort of durable canvas material, but I have a lot of book bows as well, and those are generally a little bit foamier. These are definitely, there's definitely foam in there. It's just not as thick. The back has that same design. I am a fan. I have a book sleeve collection started now, apparently. So if for some reason you'd like to see all my book sleeves sort of on display as a collection, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. I will definitely make a quick little video about my different book sleeves, but let's move on. I think we only have the book left. Yes, so the book is the only thing we have left, in addition to our pamphlet from Owlcrate, and this sort of offers fun crosswords, different suggestions if you like the book that they picked. I didn't give you a very good look because it'll tell you what it is. We had an interview with the Quirky Cup Collective, who designed this book sleeve. We have the August photo box challenge, information about the Owl Babble that comes out. They create curated playlists to go along with their books, and this one is a celestial themed one, which I'm all about. Then it lists some other releases that they are excited about this month. We've got the sort of theme for next month's box, which I will get into, and we've got the author letter, which I will read to you after I reveal this month's book, which is Star Daughter by Shweta Thakkar. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I tried. So this novel follows the story of our main character, Shital, as she approaches her 17th birthday. Now, the kicker is that Shital is the daughter of a star, her mother, and a human father, which I'm guessing is not really acceptable or encouraged in their society, because it mentions she has to hide who she really is. Approaching her 17th birthday, something causes her to get a little bit out of control, and her starfire burns her human father, an injury which only a full-powered star can heal. So finally she answers the call of the stars in the heavens, and she ascends to try to get her mother's help, I presume, in healing her father. But the stars have ulterior motives. They want Shital to be their human champion in deciding who is going to be the next ruling house of the heavens. Desperate to save her father, she agrees. Naturally, this journey does not come without its share of complications and twists and turns. This sounded really cool to me. It is based in Hindu mythology, which is a type of story I haven't gotten to experience a lot of, so I was definitely drawn to it. In the little pamphlet, it says the author is asked what inspired her, and she was saying she was reading Stardust by Neil Gaiman for like the 4th or 5th time, and she started getting this idea, which I think is super cool because I really like Stardust. So to know that that inspired this story as well as mythology I'm not as familiar with is really exciting. This is obviously an Owlcrate exclusive cover. The original one is much more yellow and gold based, which is fine, but I am all about this purple and silver and black. It is gorgeous. Clearly that is the flower from our pin. Very pretty. I enjoy it. I can't wait to read this book, honestly. This silver foiling is just gorgeous. We have a nice blank black cover on the underside. Sometimes it's fancy, sometimes it's not. If I can get the dust jacket back on. But the cool thing is we have our inside pages purple. We have it signed by the author in silver Sharpie, and my ultimate favorite along with foiling is sprayed edges, and these are a gorgeous dark royal purple. I love the Owlcrate updated cover. This color scheme is far more appealing to me and draws me in more as a reader than the gold one would have, but I did sort of peek at what this book was, so I did know in advance, but that's okay. That's how I decided I wanted to order it, and it's very cool. And she has some cool silver hair, and she looks like she's gonna get it done. I like it. There are blurbs on the back from Laini Taylor, Roshni Chokshi, Claire Legrand, and Sandhya Menon, most of which are authors I already follow to some degree in terms of their work, so this holds some promise for me. Lastly, we have the letter from the author, and I will give it a read for you. It says, "Dearest reader, Stardaughter is the fairy tale I've always wanted. A blend of Stardust and Born Confused. A lush lyrical story about a brown girl like me that features lots of delicious Hindu mythology. I stuffed its pages with magical night markets, deep friendship, cute boys who make bad puns, and girls who never give up. I wrote to tell a story to explore what it means to belong to different types of families as well as to yourself. I wrote it to give myself and you a richly imagined fantasy wonderland in which to play and dream and marvel. But I also wrote it to offer us starlight and hope and to remind us that everyone deserves to be seen and celebrated. That ball scene is no accident. You, dear reader, deserve to be seen and celebrated too. May this book offer a celestial window into that for you. With much love and moonlight lotuses, Shital Hakrar." Sakrar? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Somebody tell me how I'm supposed to pronounce that, because I'd like to know how to pronounce it correctly. Okay, pretty much last but not least, we have the card letting us know the theme for next month's box, which is a glorious haunting. It's their Halloween box, basically. They do it before October usually. And I know there's gonna be spooky books in it, and I'm ready for spooky books galore. I'm already thinking about Halloween, no joke. I asked when was too early to put up my Halloween decorations, and I was told I had to wait till at least mid-September. It offers a sneak peek of an item that is going to be in next month's box, and it says every September box will include a cozy throw blanket designed by Michelle Gray. So that is it. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite item was. I really enjoyed the celestial theme of everything. I mean, moon, celestial, witchy, Halloween, spooky vibes. I'm there, no questions asked. I will say I kind of wish the push pins were little stars. I think that would be a fun touch, but that's also probably hard to do. So The fact that there is a star jar, definitely a plus. The pen is probably my least favorite item. It's a nice quality. I like the silver star, but in the end it is a pen, so it's not the most exciting thing. In terms of my favorite items, it's going to have to be between the Starless Sea inspired book sleeve, because it's gorgeous. I don't read enough books at a time to be able to carry this many book sleeves because I have so many I love. It's between that or the bandana scarf inspired by Strange the Dreamer. They're both so pretty, and I just do not know what, yeah, see, I don't think it'll fit as a scarf. I loved this box. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought a lot of the items were different. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by leaving a like down below. And if you have any sort of interest in that book sleeve collection video, let me know. I am happy to show you. If you have any other video ideas you'd like to see me do, feel free to suggest those also. I'm always open to new fun content ideas. If you'd like to keep up with me and all of my bookish adventures, you can always click the subscribe button, or you can always ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat. I'm going to go. I will catch you guys next week. Bye!